Good evening, everyone. Let me get my things turned around here. There we go. Got that turned around. I hope everyone is doing well this evening. We have had a cold and snowy day today. I was um, I was on a retreat last weekend, and I'm going to another retreat this weekend. And honestly, I don't know why they call these things a retreat. You do not come home feeling rested, at least in my opinion. I never come home feeling rested from retreat. So let me see. I want to get some better lighting here. It's my trouble that it's always bright in here, but it doesn't look bright on my screen. So, all right, I got a lot of shine because I got more glimmer paper. Because I love the glimmer paper. This is some new paper that I got at Michael's on my way home from the retreat. Last weekend's retreat was in Nashville, Tennessee, and that's like six or so hours on a good day of driving, but it was snowing, and when it's snowing in Tennessee, it's a much bigger deal than when it's snowing here because we get snow. Nashville doesn't get snow. I thought it was really funny because I drove by one house, and the guy was snow blowing, and there was just the slightest little scattering of snow on his sidewalk, and he had the tiniest little leaf blower that he was blowing the snow with, which I thought was hilarious. And then also, every church that I passed was closed due to the snow. I was like, this is hilarious. I got this pad of paper at Michael's, and okay, hold on. I don't know why I want my picture to look better. See if I can get it a little, I really don't know why it looks so bad. Nobody's here yet, so we'll just figure this out while I wait. Okay, I'm going to come at it maybe at a little bit of a different angle. It's locked. Yeah, I know it's locked. YouTube's telling me my device is locked. Yeah, I know. Thanks. So handy of you. Okay. All right, let's see. Gosh, it looks so bad. Hello, whoever is here. Can you tell me if this looks really bad and shadowy to you? I'm using an old device as my monitor. Oh, hey, Just a Northern Girl. How are you? How does this look? Is this too shadowy? It looks so shadowy to me. I'm gonna look at it really quickly on my other device. Let's see. Just want to make sure I don't have the sound on and get some big echoey feedback. All right, let's see how this. I don't love how it looks. We were trying to figure that out. It's better than horrible. Thank you. It's better than horrible, but it's not great. I know that. Okay. It's so funny because you would think that it's dark in here, and it is not. I have so much light in this room. Like, my kids come in and complain that it's so bright in here. All right, let's see. Oh, it looks better on my phone than it does on my big device. Okay. So just let me get it where we can actually see it now. Okay, I think that's probably going to be as good. Okay, you can see it just fine. Thank you. And I am looking forward to our Zoom call on Saturday. Looking forward to getting to meet you in real life. As real life as a Zoom call can be. But okay, I'm going to show you these papers. I got this beautiful stack from Michael's. And I like it because I feel like most everything in here could be for a girl or a guy. I know it's going to be fun. I always like the mod calls where people get to know each other. And then Natalie actually gets to see everybody, which is kind of nice for her too, that she can see your faces and not just see your names on the screen. All right, and so these sheets I really like because I cut these up and I use these as border strips, to embellish things. But all of the colors are just so nice that they can be used for anybody. And usually I tell Abraham if I'm going live, I should have messaged him. These are fun to cut apart into into 4x6 sheets and use on fronts of cards. Tonight I'm going to make a gratitude journal and maybe make some gratitude focused cards. Just so much hate going on in the world right now. I wanted to shed a little bit of a opportunity to, I don't know, be positive. I don't like all the negativity. It's beautiful. So our retreat this weekend is a crafting retreat. And my daughter and I are going to this crafting retreat. So I'm trying to gather up some fun things to take, getting some laundry done tonight so I can take my comfy stuff because it will be cold. It might snow where we're going. So it's definitely a stay inside and hang out kind of retreat. But I just love these colors. So I found this set at Michael's. And then I was at Hobby Lobby yesterday with my daughter. And I found these, which are so cute. And they just really go with these papers. So it's cool to be kind. You got this. No bad days. Forever grateful. Got some funny butterflies and make today happy. And these are actually cardstock with adhesive on the back. So they're kind of fun. They add a little dimension as well as, the designs. All right, and then there's more. Got a little front of a Volkswagen Bug. Stay true. Roller skates. And a camera. This reminds me of Dip Me in Glitter, if you know who she is, because when she was modding, whenever I would show up, she would put my name in a roller skate. So those make me think of her. Let's see. Do your own thing. Shine bright. And these exact same rainbows that are in that pack of paper. So lots of fun things to play with. Now, one thing I'm going to show is something that I have had in my craft room for years. I'll see if anybody else has one of these. This is the Zutter. The Zutter Cutter. And what you do with this is you just drop in. I'm going to have to reset my camera so you can see it. Let's see. Can you see it okay? I guess you can. Yeah, there you go. You can, I need to pull it forward a little bit. You drop in a sheet of paper here in the back, and it cuts that paper perfectly in half. And there's guidelines, so you can move the guides. And then if you drop it in this slot, it cuts it in thirds. So when you're doing cards, this is really handy because, yeah, you don't have to measure everything. So I'll just put this back here. And it has self-sharpening blades. So you just drop it in there. I think you can see that. Yeah, kind of. You can kind of see it. And then you just turn this. And then it's perfectly cut in half. And then if I want to cut it into 3 pieces, I put it here. And this one you cannot size. So it just has to be a 12 by 12 or 12-inch wide paper. And you put it through here. And then you end up with perfect 6 by 4 sheets of paper. So, and I'm trying to get it back far enough so that you have a little bit of a better angle at this thing. But it's kind of a cool machine. I don't think they make them anymore. I've had it for years. Years ago, I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And when the new catalog would come out, I would buy every single pack of designer paper that they sold. And then I would cut them all up. And I would cut them into little bitty squares, usually like 2-inch squares. And then I would sell charts where people could take those samples and make sample charts so they could show their customers all of the different pattern papers in real life, because a lot of times they look different. And sometimes I would even go around and I would do events, and I would buy everything in the catalog. I'd buy every brad, every ribbon, so that they could make a complete collection of every embellishment. I know, isn't it's so handy, and it's so smooth. I love this thing. Actually, the first one of those meetings that I did was in Vancouver, British Columbia. And my son was, oh, I don't know, he wasn't very old. He was just a couple of months old. And so I took him with me. And one of the moms up there had a daughter who watched him while we had our event. So that was his first ever babysitter and his first trip out of the country. And now he's 18, about to be 19. He's planning his own trip out of the country this summer. He's going up to Canada to meet some friends and spend some time. So that's super fun. Super fun to watch him grow up and be independent. I'm just choosing a bunch of different ones of these that I want to cut because, yeah. And like this one with that, this will be a good one to run through here because it'll cut it for me. Just have to make sure I do it in the correct order. So first I want it cut in half. So I'm going to go this way. And hopefully we'll get it right on. If not, I'll have to trim it, but that's okay. All right. I got so much stuff on my desk again. Okay. I do that. I tend to just pile. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Yeah. And now I will drop it in the cut it into 3s. There we go. So this has a little bit. I'll definitely trim that off because that will bother me to have a little bit of overhang. All right. So those are super fun. So are you having really cold weather too? At least ours has gotten a little warmer. We did get the snow today, but the cold, oh my goodness. Somebody else is watching this too. I mostly make A2 cards. Occasionally, I'll make a bigger one. And I do like to make the little 3-inch note cards. I actually had some of those on my desk earlier today. What size do you, oh, you make big cards. Like, what do you mean by big? Like half, I don't even know what it's called. The half of the 8.5 by 11. I would tell you the reason I make smaller cards is because that's what I have storage for. I have so much storage for all of my smaller cards. And I did go through a phase where I did some of the slimline and mini slimline. I just don't have anywhere to store them very neatly. And so, yeah, I have them. I've made them, but I don't use them very often, honestly. I've kind of been on a kick of making masculine cards just because those tend to be a little more difficult. And I find that it's kind of videos people want to see a lot of is things that they have trouble making on their own. So making flower cards, that's pretty easy. But that challenge that I did last week, that KCC something, 17 or something, where she provided all the cut guides for the cards, that was really fun. I really enjoyed making those. And she has that that challenge every month. So for 3 months, you use the exact same cut guide. So I'm going to definitely do that again. Let's see. K-Rad is doing YouTube, no notification. I know. You know, hello, K-Rad, by the way. Abraham and I were talking the other day about how dumb it is that you get your notification in your email. I'm like, who's just sitting around going, man, wonder if I have an email? I only check my emails when I know that I'm expecting something, or like having sent out those messages this week and like, okay, I need to see if people are going to respond. So what I'm doing, K-Rad, right now is I got this new paper and I am cutting it up. And so this machine, the back cuts things in half and then the front cuts things into 4-inch strips. The back is adjustable, but the front isn't. I wanted to do some more gender neutral cards or more masculine looking cards. I mean, I would send blue cards to anybody, but I just don't usually send a pink card to a guy. Not that he probably wouldn't appreciate it, but it's just my own thing. I'm like, well, that seems weird. I want to send him something that they would be like, hey, that's kind of nice. And so last week I did all those with the motocross and the motorcycles, and that was super fun. So now I'm going to get my heavy cardstock and just go ahead and cut it up while I have my cutter out. I used some of this paper earlier, and I made a, I just made a really simple, oh, thanks. I love this stack. It's from Michael's, and it is called Mid Mod. And this was one of the, I'm pretty sure this was one of the $9.99 ones. There we go. Yeah, super fun. I was trying to read that comment that she said, when I went back and watched. Oh, about Stampin' Up! And all of those things. Yeah, it's been a crafter for long. So this one, I just took printer paper and I bound these in my We Are Memory Makers cinch machine, which I'm going to show here in a little bit about how to make a gratitude journal. But I love this because it's just really lightweight. You can put as much paper in here as you want. It does a heat glue binding on the edges. And so it's kind of tricky. Some days it works great, and other days you got to fiddle with it. Today was one of those days. I really had to fiddle with it today to get it to do what I wanted. So that's how I just slid this thing at the back. So now it will cut my very heavy-duty cardstock in half for my cards. I like to just, when I pull this down, I like to just prep a bunch of these at once. So it's very satisfying. Ooh, thank you. Yeah, that's super fun. I was saying before, you know, that I had been on retreat last weekend and I'm going on a retreat this weekend. We were supposed to leave today, but the other people, I guess, where the retreat is being held, weren't leaving until morning. So we decided we would just wait. And then it turned out to be a good thing because it was so snowy today. Snowy and slick and crazy around here. So, yeah, this machine, let's see, my daughter was probably, I don't know, 2 or 3. So this thing is at least 18 years old, if not older. But it's got the self-sharpening blade, so it just keeps going. Gender neutral cards are a struggle. They are. Oh, that's nice. I can't use any name brands. I take 31 and yeah. Well, when I came home from Nashville, Tennessee last weekend, or Sunday, K-Rad, I did not want to take 65 with those wicked winds that were blowing. So I took 69, which went over through Fort Campbell, Kentucky, and just kind of meandered around on a divided highway, and it was so nice. There was almost no one on the highway. I really didn't see many people until I got to 465. So that was nice because I was like, I just wasn't in the mood for all the semis and Nashville traffic. So we had stayed out in, I always say Leiper's Fork, but I think it's Leaper's Fork, and it's where it's really curvy and windy down there, and the GPS just took me to 2 side roads, and then I was out. I got this hat this weekend while I was gone. I'll have to show it to you. It says rebelliously relaxed. One of the girls in my cohort got that for us, and I'd messaged Natalie a little bit ago. I'm like, you need this hat too. She just messaged. She's like, yes, I do. We'll have to find out where Lindsay got those and get one for Natalie. That's what we all say when we're supposed to be studying, but we're just like, we need a little bit of real life. We are rebelliously relaxing. All right, this last one of these. But I want to make a small book. So I have some chipboard here. I hate driving 69. It annoys me to the nth degree. But just because when I was like, yeah, hat's fun. I thought when I was 18, I was going to get my international driver's license, and I had to go to Anderson. And when I got on 69 to, then I was headed to Indianapolis. There was road construction, so the concrete barricades were here, and I was coming on the interstate, and there was a truck here, and he just ran into me, and my car tipped sideways. The mirror came in and broke the window. I was bruised all over, and he just kept going. So ever since then, I'm a little fearful of semi trucks. So I know it was crazy. All right. So anyway, I want to make a small gratitude journal, and so I use chipboard. I don't save all of my chipboard because I have way too much, but I have a little bag on my desk of chipboard. And so I was like, okay, I want this to be about a 4x6 size. So I cut 4 pieces that are 4x6 that I'm going to use for the fronts of this. And I know that this will cut 4-inch pieces. So I'm going to choose a couple of the pieces from what we just cut, because those are 4x6s. And then I also want to do a few that are just going to be plain white copier paper. And as long as I keep this lined up with the edge, I'll have some pieces that are 4 inches, and then I'll have some scrap, and that's okay. And normally, you only put 1 piece at a time in this machine, but since it's cheap copier paper, I can put in more than 1 at a time. Mayfield, Kentucky. I don't think I've seen that on my treks to Nashville and back. Whoopsie. I messed that one up, didn't I? It's because I was trying to be smart and put it all through at once. Well, luckily it doesn't need to be the whole length, so it'll be all right. I'll trim it. Every time I go that way, I want to go stop in Bowling Green and play pickleball, because it's just a nice place that I could stop, but I never can find anywhere to play the time of day that I go through there. Oh, okay. By Paducah. Super fun. All right. Well, I think I have everything I need now, so I'm going to put this thing out of the way. And I need my big adhesive gun. Let's see what we got here. Okay. So, I don't know if you guys have ever used one of these. I love this ATG tape gun. And so, this roll was finished. So, you just throw that away. Take this thing off. And then you grab your new one. And I know a lot of people who have trouble, putting this new tape roll back in here. But it gives you little directions here that shows you which way it should go. Let's see if you can see it there. Like on this part. Okay, I think maybe you can see it. So it's going to go over this first roller, under this one, and back around. They pull off lead here. And just snap this down so that it's under this little, this little thing over here. Do you guys do you have any more scrapbook stores in your areas? All the ones around us closed. That's sad. I loved a good scrapbook store. And Greenwood used to have some really nice ones. I didn't know if they were still around or not. And then it goes here under these things, and you just wrap this around, and then you put this on. You just put it right there, and then turn it backwards. And what I do is I hold the black button down and I turn it just so that I can see the adhesive is actually on this wheel and ready to go. And that's really all there is to putting your adhesive on there. And it's so much less expensive than, like the little tape runners and things that everyone used to use. Okay. Now what did I do with my chipboard? Oh, here it is. There's my chipboard. Okay, so I'm going to take 2 pieces of each of this chipboard. Well, I got to see where I'm at on my screen. I think I'm in a good place. Okay. Probably should zoom up a little now that we're... All right, well, I know that was probably a lot of zoom up, but... Sorry, I'm just trying to get this where it doesn't look like we're so far away. It's too much, wasn't it? Okay, how's that? It's like both of my things have a little bit of a delay, so I'm like, all right, can I see this? No. All right, so I'm going to put these together with pattern sides together. And then I'm going to use one of these just to kind of burnish it together because I don't want them coming apart later. And they're not exactly, there's a little bit here, but I'm going to cover them with some paper, so I don't really care. I know Thanksgiving always seems to be the time that we think about gratitude, but I think this is something, it's always nice to have a gratitude journal around. I find it kind of helps me focus on the good things. We've all got the crazies in our life that we need to focus on. Oh, your scrapbook aisle is less, they're all Cricut stuff now. Oh, that's nice that you actually have a nice scrapbook store. Yeah, I miss it. Like I said, my friend used to have a scrapbook store, and that was so much fun. I loved that because I got to see all the new stuff first. Okay, I'm going to go with this one because I love this paper. And then I think I might have to do another one on the back, so I'm going to do the other. We'll do some stars and some rainbows on this one. Okay, so this is how I do it. I know other people have different ways, but I'm going to show you the way I do this. Okay, I'm going to zoom back out because I feel like you're missing stuff here. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put this down here, and I'm going to leave about an inch all the way around that. And then I'm just going to trim it. I don't feel like messing with the big paper trimmer right now. Okay, and then I'm going to take a scoring tool. I'm going to have to stand up and check my camera. It keeps telling me to rotate my phone. I think my phone is fine. My phone is fine, YouTube. Okay, I don't know why it won't zoom back out. Hold on just a second. Because what I'm showing is my whole desk, but it's not showing it. Okay, there we go. All right, I think that's just going to have to do for now. So anyway, take a scoring tool and I'll go along the edges because this paper from the pack is actually a cardstock weight. Okay. See if that helps. I'll put this underneath so we can actually see it. All right. And we want to cut in on the sides. Don't want it to be too bulky. All right, there we go. And then I'm going to fold in. Fold down with this. Oh yeah, I think that's a little better than it was just on the white. And that score that we did before makes it so that you can pull that in a little bit tighter and easier. That's good. And I know they make some kind of little metal tool that helps you with this, but I guess I've been doing it so long I don't think I need a little I don't think I need a little metal tool. All right, so let's get some adhesive on these flaps. But I'm also going to put some adhesive on the chipboard because I want to make sure these don't move. I've been watching this fun show that's called Away Home. It's about time travelers. And this is the start of the 3rd season. So I've been going back and watching seasons 1 and 2 again because I know there's things I missed. And like in the 3rd season, they're mentioning people. And I'm like, wait, I remember they mentioned them. And I don't pay a lot of attention when I watch TV because I'm usually doing something else at the same time. So I've been going back today and rewatching those. Okay, there we go. Nice little cover. Then we'll put something here on the front of this one too. So now we'll just do the same thing with the other one. If I can find out where I laid it. Ooh, the problem always on my desk. Where did I put things? All right. So we'll get enough of this adhesive on here. Put that down. Go around it. Yeah, I was talking to Nancy the other day, and she said that they have a. She told me they don't have Hobby Lobby where she lives, but they do have Michael's. Michael, we have Hobby Lobby and Joann's, but our Joann's, their scrapbooking card making section has gotten pitiful over the last couple of years, and now they're all closing anyway. So I would love it if we had a Michael's, but it might be a little dangerous for the pocketbook. Snipping these corners. There's a lady on YouTube that I watch sometimes. Her name is Sherry. I don't know what her channel is, but she always uses one of these things. So for these corners, she puts on this little X-Acto knife, and I bought one time, but I'm not nearly as good as Sherry is with my X-Acto knife, so I just stick with my scissors. Okay, there we go. Time for more adhesive. Kind of missing James Steele. James, if you watch this later, I was missing you. It's probably it's the middle of the night for James, though. It's probably snoozing. All right, let's pull those tight. Make sure those 2 sets of adhesive get it really tight together. That is weird. Everything all there together. Up there at Castleton, man, they used to have a really nice Joann's, and then Michael's was just not very far away. I liked that when I'd go to Indianapolis for things. Okay, that little thing there. Okay. I'd always rather have a little too much at the corner than not enough. It bugs me when I do it, and then I can see white in my corners. All right, so there are the covers. They're so cute. Love it. All right, so now I want to put some paper inside. So I want this to be a gratitude journal, so I want it to be something that you could write on. So I don't want to choose the ones with all the foil and stuff because I don't think those would be very good to write on. But I think these would be great. These. So mostly these ones are the ones I'm going to... I think I'm going to go ahead and put in 3 of each of these, and then I'm also going to put in some plain white paper that I cut here, which is going to need to be cut down. Oh, here's the small trimmer. All right, so these are already 4, so they just need to be 6. Let's see. Oh, yeah, these are 6. Okay, just double checking before I start cutting. All right, 6 inches here. That was the one that got kind of messy on the edges. I wanted to clean it up a little bit. Oh, look, there's Annalisa Opal. That's my daughter. That's the one who's going on a craft retreat with me. And she made 54 protein balls for us. I think we're going to be eating good. Thanks, dear. We are gluten-free. We don't eat refined sugars. There's so many things we can't eat. So trying to pack for this crafting retreat and, you know, make sure we have enough food, since it retreat's usually kind of a snacking event. And this retreat there's no organization to it. It's just a crafting retreat with friends. So basically we're taking comfies, jammies, and things to just hang out and craft all weekend. Oh yeah, I have friends in Syracuse, so you must be, are you close to Syracuse? Cross stitch supplies, that's fun. Yeah, I have a good friend who lives in North Syracuse, and I need to get up there and see her. I haven't been there for a while. I was there right after her husband passed away. I'd gone up because I knew he was about to pass away, and I got there the night before he died. And so then I was there with her for a couple of days, and then unfortunately, like 2 years later, her mom passed away. So I haven't been up yet since her mom passed away, but I need to do that to get up there and see her. All right, so I'm going green, 2 sheets of white, I don't know, orange, 2 sheets of white, blue, 2 sheets of white. Oh, I already have 2 sheets of white there, so I need a green, 1, 2, and an orange, and oh, Ottawa. Okay. So are you close to Nancy, or do you know? Because I know one time she told us that she wasn't really far from Shipshawana, and I'm just like, oh, seems like she would be further than that to me. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I know she lives near water, because she's always posting fun pictures in the summer of being out on the water. Okay, so this is going to be perfect for the little book. So now I just want to get something that I can cover this here. So it's going to need to be a little smaller than a 4x6. So I'm going to go 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. Thank you for everybody who's watching and just hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate it. Just working on a little gratitude journal right now. Because I got these great new papers from Michaels that are called Mid-Mod. That's funny. Mid-Mod. And yeah, I thought they went pretty well for guys or girls. So especially when I'm working with a book, I like to use a lot of adhesive, and I really like to, you know, use something to really press it down to make sure that it's not going to come back up later, because we don't need that. All right, and where did the back cover go? Okay, here's the back cover. So I think I'm just gonna not put green there because that does not look pretty. I was about to do it. I'm like, wait, that is not attractive. All right. No, I think I just need to cut another piece of the blue because I want it to look pretty. All right. One moment, please, while I get another piece of the blue. Oh, this is a different blue. I think I'll use it. And I put my big thing away, so I just gotta do this real fast. All right, 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. There we go. Okay, that worked. Now I can put this here. Okay. And in the meantime, this is the thermal cinch machine, and I need to get it warming up. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. And then once this thing starts flashing or stops flashing, then it will be ready. So I'm going to set it off to the side. Whoa, while that heats up. I knocked my phone over, didn't I? Whoa, sorry. Give everybody a whiplash there. All right. So let's get this done here. And then we're going to pile up the papers and see how much we have, how much we need to make our binding on the edge. All right. So there we have that. And here's our pile of paper, and that's pretty good size actually. So something that you can get directly from We Are Memory Keepers. These are binding, and then they already had the adhesive in it. And this one actually comes with a bookmark, because this was I think it was a kit that had to do with bookmarks. If you haven't tried quilling, I actually just inherited a whole huge set of quilling supplies. A lady from our church passed away a number of years ago, and her husband brought me all of her quilling stuff. Okay. Have you tried like the small diamond art, K-Rad? Like the coasters and things? I've been doing those, and they don't take up much room. That might be something that you could do. Does he like noise? I know sometimes kids with autism like some kind of, you know, like almost like those ASMR videos where there's just like a certain repetitive noise. Or does he like you to be quiet, not bug him? These are spine covers. Oh, there we go. It said it's ready. Boop, boop. So I don't really like any of those colors. They're all kind of weird. These are pastels. What's this one? Oh, this one could work. This is a pretty one. Let's just go with that color. When I first got my cinch machine, I got it on HSN, so it came with all of this extra stuff. And then there was a monthly subscription thing. He likes the hair dryer. Oh, maybe do some heat embossing. That would be really nice, because, you know, that's the same sound as the hair dryer. And you can be making pretty things while you're doing it. I know sound is a big thing. You gotta watch out for that. Okay, so let's see here. So this is the cover, and you can see here, probably you can see here that it's scored. So I'm just going to go ahead and crease it on the score lines, because we need to see how wide the spine is, because that's going to tell us how much we can actually put in our little journal. And for these, you can make your own. Like if I didn't find a color I liked here, I would have just made my own. And you can put in more strips. So this is the actual adhesive. And when we put this in the machine, this is going to melt. And so all these pages are going to fuse together and melt. And so what I have to do is I have to stack everything up. Like, okay, that's good. And then I have to put it in here, and I'm like, okay, is it all going to be covered by adhesive? And so the way it is now, it's going to be almost perfect. I am very excited for this. So I'm going to get my trimmer out and trim this down to 6 inches. Because it needs to be the same size as the cover pages. All right. So there we go. We've got this, and we've got this. And so what the world? Like maybe it was the other piece I cut to 6 inches. What? What did I do? Okay, well, I did not cut that the right size. Shoot. Well, you know what that means. We look for another color of a spine. Or maybe this is just where I'm going to go ahead and just make my own spine at this point. Because that was about the best color that I saw. Oh, and I forgot I have these. Yes. Well, I didn't forget I had them. I couldn't find them. These are corners that we're going to put on the final project. So let me just get out some strips, and we'll just make our own. Oh, here's my strips. So I have a whole bag of strips right here. So we'll just get out one of these. And I really don't know how I cut that to the wrong size. All right, so we got a long strip there. That's all we need. And we're going to take something that we want to be the binding edge of this one. And we had our 2 different colors of blue. So I think one of the blues would be good. So I'm going to remeasure this, because I thought it was 6 inches, but apparently I was wrong. I know, just toss it. It's almost like Natalie's little baby toss. I just throw it off to the side. Okay. All right, well, I'm going to mark it on here. Because I don't want to screw it up again. All right, let's see. And I had a pencil earlier. What did I do with my pencil? Oh, here it is. I've been cleaning up my craft room for days. I should be able to find things. Okay, there we go. And I just really don't want to get out the big trim. It just takes up so much room. Okay, so let's see. Line that up at the top. A little bit more. And then I'm going to, I only want it to be about 2 1/4 of an inch. But I don't want it so wide that it takes up, you know, the entire front cover. All right, now I need a little scoring board, which was on my desk earlier. Here it is. Okay, so here's the little scoring board, and I want to score at 1 inch. Okay, we're just going to go 1 inch gently so we don't make a hole in our paper. And then at 1 1/4. All right, now let's double check. Is this the right size? I feel like it's a smidge too small too. Nope, there it is. Okay, we got it. All right, I have to put this back on here, otherwise I'll lose it too. Okay, so then we take this, and we don't want it to go all the way to the end, because if you do, sometimes the glue will melt and it'll ooze out, and we don't want that. We don't want glue oozing out on our project. So we go just like, you know, 1/4 to 1/8 of an inch shorter than the strip is. And it does have adhesive on the back to get it started. So it goes right there. Okay. Make sure it still folds. Okay, it does. Okay, now we have our front cover, all our pages. And you need to make sure that these are really, really straight. So I'm going to do the inside pages first and get those really nice and together. Then I'll add the back page. And then I'll put the front cover on so we keep everything together. I feel like I moved it. I did. Okay. And I also have these really nice pink clips from Hobby Lobby. Ah, here. Or not from Hobby Lobby, from Dollar Tree, my favorite, Dollar Tree. Okay, so once we get the papers straight, we're going to clip them together. There we go. That's all right, there we go. And then we will put this on here. Clip again. Put this on here and clip again. Okay, so now we've got everything. And so the main thing is you just have to make sure that everything is as far to the bottom as it will go. So everything has to be here because it's going to sit inside that glue. So then we're going to take the glue, and it's going to go there. So I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive to hold it to the front and back cover as we put it in the machine. And this is the careful part. Be careful. Trying to do it without getting my head in there. Okay, I think that's good. And then we're going to wrap it. And really press that down so that it holds on. Okay, so now we need the machine. Nice and hot that it is. Okay, so you open this, and then what you do is you just push this down in there and hit the timer. And so what it's doing is it's heating up the bottom strip I think you can see it in there. And it's going to melt all of that adhesive. So we do that, and I'm just going to go ahead and set it off to the side while we do that. And it's flashing, and then pretty soon it will stop flashing. Now these things are really cool. I got these on Amazon. You can put these on the corners of your book. You know, like a fancy book, and then you scoosh them down so that, I don't know, keeps your corners from getting all bent up. But I just think they're kind of fun. They were really cheap. So while our book is processing, let's look at some of this pretty paper and make some cards. Now these, I would say these are the kinds of cards that I send more than I do birthday cards or something. But cards of encouragement are definitely something I send more than other cards. And I don't know why. But I do. Okay, so here we go. Let's get started on these. I do. I definitely do bring out all the toys, that is for sure. Because, well, actually, honestly, I haven't even used my Better Press. I wanted a Better Press for Christmas so much, and I got one. I haven't even used it yet, so I might take that this weekend and do something with the Better Press. Oh, these are so much fun. See, I really like this, but I wouldn't use that whole thing. I think I'm going to cut this one in half and just use half of this. All right, let's see here. And that is the thing telling me that it is done. So what I do is I take it out and I tap it down really good just to make sure everything is in that adhesive. Then I re-clip it and I kind of rub it. And then I put it back in for another 5 or however long it takes. Because I like to make sure that mine is stuck really good. I don't want my books coming apart later. Okay. So we got some pretty flowers here. Let's get a pretty background. I like this background with these flowers. But I also want to look at all these little sayings I got that are stay true, shine bright, do your own thing, you got this, it's cool to be kind, make today happy, no bad days, and forever grateful. I think I'm going to use forever grateful on the front of the gratitude journal. Okay, so I'm going to use this on the front. I know that much. Yeah, the Better Press, you use like a really good cotton paper, and then you ink up the metal plate and you actually press it into that paper. And so it looks like letterpress, and it's really pretty. And you can use the same plates for letterpress as you can for the heat foiling, which I am all about foiling right now. I don't know why. I'm just crazy about the foiling. All right, so this has some pretty gold in it. And since I cleaned up all of my scraps yesterday, I know where my scraps of gold are, so I'm going to grab some. Hard to believe, but I did. I cleaned it all up. So let's see. I know I have a big scrap of gold. I might not have a small one. Okay, so now it is finished. So I'm going to take it out of the machine. And what you do is you sit it in the back of the machine where there's no heat, and you let it cool for 5 minutes. So that's the hard part. Don't touch it. I know I want to touch it and I want to flip through it and see how cool it looks, but I can't do that right now because if you do it too soon, all the glue will come off and then you'll be sad. Okay, I have a basket that is all card fronts, and I know that shiny gold is in the card front basket. Oh, here it is. I really did get all organized. Look at that. All this organization. Oh, isn't that the truth? So much time organizing stuff. Oh, I guess the gold I was thinking of is this one. I don't want to use that. Oh, but did you see that beautiful foil paper I got the other day? Oh, there's a pretty one. I did a short of that foil paper, and it's like 500 views or something crazy. I'm like, wow, people like to look at shiny paper, I guess. Okay, so going to cut some of this to go behind it. Really just trying to figure out what to make and what to do on YouTube that people like to see. All right, so I'm going to do this so that we have a little bit of a border. But when you have a fun paper like the gold and you don't want to use a lot of it, that's a good way to do it. You have some similar, yeah. There we go. And this was from another kit that had really shiny paper. All right, I really like that. So it's a tad bit off. So I'm gonna trim both of those, but I want something. I want some words here, and I don't really love what I've got there. So I'm gonna pull over my box of, or my cart of stamp sets. And all of my stamp sets are organized by like what they are. So for this, I will look at the sentiments. And all of my sentiment stamps have this red and white striped washi tape on them. So when I'm looking through things, I can be like, oh, okay, I'm looking for a sentiment. I know what color that is. I'm just kind of looking through here. I really like this one. This one has a lot of good things. But I need something that's going to be kind of straight and wide. Smile big, laugh often. It's not really what I'm going for on this card though. Oh, this is great. Thankful, grateful, but I think it's too wide. Yeah, it would have to be that orientation. Okay, so we can't use that, but that's okay. I have plenty to choose from. Oh, these are funny. There's some sassy ones in here. Remember, you can be anything you want to be except younger. Why am I sending you this card? I knew a minute ago. Thanks, J-Bat. I definitely have the gadgets. Some of our best times haven't happened yet. I like that one, especially if you're being grateful for things. Maybe somebody's going through something hard. I think I would go with that one. I like that one a lot. Yeah, I have some really sassy sayings, and one of them says something like, get better soon. I know you're not sick. I just think you could be better. It's like, that's great. It's great to have a friend you could send that card to. All right, so on a stamping block, and since we have these, the blues and the greens and those kind of colors, I want to choose something that goes with it. I don't necessarily want black, because black's is a little harsh, I think, for what we're doing here. I do have this really nice dark blue, so I want to try it. I'm going to try it on a scrap first. I was doing it on the back of this one. What was I thinking a minute ago? I know. Mine is squirrel. Squirrel. I don't know. Why am I sending you a card? I don't know. All right, let's see how this one looks. I think it's okay. It's not my favorite. I'm going to look for a green. A dark green. All right. I have those two. I think Green Oasis is probably going to be too bright. And I think Tropical Rainforest is probably going to be good. I clean my stamps with baby wipes. I don't know. I don't know what you guys do, or if you are even stampers, but I love the VersaFine Clair pads because you can open a brand new photopolymer stamp set, ink it with VersaFine Clair, and it stamps perfectly. You don't have to condition your stamps. You don't have to do anything else. So this is totally one of my favorites. All right, I'm just going to go with this dark green because I feel it. I feel it in my soul. It's going to be the right color. I say with great confidence before I have to change it. Okay, sorry if my head's in the way for just a second. There we go. Some of our best times haven't even happened yet. Oh, it was perfect. Perfect choice. Yay for Rainforest. Rainforest VersaFine Clair. Okay. All right. So then the elements that we had with our flowers with the gold. Y'all gotta help me keep track of all these things I keep losing on my desk. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, so I want to pop it up a little bit, but I also want it to be nice and even. So I'm going to double check my sizes here. This is 4, and I'm thinking this one must be a little bit short. Yeah, this one's a tiny bit short of 4. So let's do this. Let's do that much, and then I can trim that much off of this one. I think we'll get it this time. All right, let's see. Yeah, I like that. I do. Okay, so let's get some pop dots, and I bought these from Spellbinders at Christmas time when they're having their super sale, and they're black. They're black pop dots. Look at that. Oh, you can see. There's a person at my door. It's probably my child coming home from work. Yep, it is. And I like to put, there we go. There's the toss. I like to put 9 of these on here because that way I don't have to worry about, you know, like the middle collapsing. Okay. We'll get this on here, line up the sides. And then it's gonna go on here. I really like that. So if this was your card, who would you send this to? Some of our best times haven't even happened yet. I've got a couple friends in mind that I could send this card to. The encouragement cards. I feel like people kind of expect a birthday card, and you feel obliged to send a sympathy card. But when you send encouragement cards, I think it says more because it's just like, I wanted to send this to you. I didn't feel obliged to send you it, and especially when you're just trying to encourage someone who's having a hard time. Yep, it is my child home from work. Hello, child.
It smells so good.
Dad made chili, and it's in the refrigerator. All right, so there we go. What smells so good? Yeah, my husband is busy trying to pass a kidney stone, but he came home from work today and was hungry, so he whipped up chili before he went back to bed. I was like, good middle of the winter food. Oh my goodness, y'all. Y'all. See, my friends this weekend said, what do you say? You're from Indiana. What do you say? And I said, I say y'all. And they said, no, you don't. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I do. So there we go. Proof. Kirsten, if you're listening, I do say y'all. Okay, Rad would send it to her best friend. Nice. Yeah, I really like this. Okay, so let's have a look at the journal. It is cool. It is done. Let me grab it from the little holding spot here. Oh, I love it. Look at that nice spine. Yeah. And so sometimes when you do it, it's a little tight at first. You just kind of gotta work at the, getting it to open flat. But it'll open flat. And if for some reason you open it and your pages come out, just heat it back up because you've just opened it too soon. That's why I let mine sit a long time, because I have a tendency to do that. I have a tendency to want to open it really fast, and it's like, no, no, no. All right, so let's try these corners and see how they work. I've never used them. I just thought they were cool. I saw someone else had them, and I was like, I want those. And that's why I really wasn't so worried when I had a little too much on that side. I think I'm either going to need a hammer or I'm going to need some pliers. Let me figure out where my tool kit is. I'm looking around my craft room, seeing if I can locate where I moved my tool kit to. Because I definitely need tweezers or something stronger than my fingers to do this, I'm sure. Well, Phooey, I wanted to put these on. I don't know. Let's see. Can I move them with my fingers? Oh, I think I can do it with my fingers. Oh, yeah, they're not as hard as I thought they were going to be. They're really thick, but they're really not that hard. Oh, my goodness. You guys, this is going to be so cute. Yeah, see? Y'all. We say that in Indiana. Y'all. And so, yeah, I'm just pushing them with my fingers, and they're going on just fine. Oh, look at that. That is so cute. I love it. And I think I told you guys before about Richard, you know, that did FSJ and then did the other stuff. He posted a video this afternoon that he's going to do some crafty stuff again. I'm so excited. So he didn't say what day or when he's going to do it, but he's definitely coming back for some crafty things. And that makes me very excited because I've always found great inspiration in everything he does. So, all right. So those are going to sit right on there. And I definitely do need something to crimp them on a little harder. But I'm just going to put them on like this for now so you can see the finished product here. I'm going to have to Google and see if I need to do some glue or something, because I'm not sure exactly what gets them to stay permanently. It's probably going to have some glue. But that is so cute. Then you have all these little different colored pages inside. So if you wanted to do some cute journaling, or, you know, like doodling is what I was trying to say, you could on those thicker papers even. And then just journal. Oh my goodness, I love this so much. Yeah, and I have to figure out how to keep these things on here. Okay, flip it over. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna sit that down for a second. So now my thought is, what would I put on the front of this? And I had thought Forever Grateful would be nice. Make today happy. It's cool to be kind. Kindness is kind of my theme this year, because the world is full of so many hate-filled people. It's just sad sometimes. So do your own thing. Okay, well, I have to decide on this one because I really like it. So I don't want to just stick something on the front just to have something there. So we'll think about this one. I'll put this up on the community page once I figure out how to make those things stay on the corners. But what about you guys? Do you like to make books or journals? Is that something that you enjoy? When I found that this, whatever this machine is called, thermal cinch, I was like, oh my goodness, I love that. I also have the cinch machine that has the spiral binding. I could use that one day too, but this is a newer toy for me, so I really enjoy the newer toys. Let's see what else we have in here. Without me, you're just awesome. It's hard to find a friend that's so amazing in every way. My advice is you don't lose me. So these are some of the sassy sayings, but they're still kind of fun. Kind of cute. All right, we got 6 people watching. If you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, I would sure appreciate it, because I guess that helps other people to get their notifications in their email. Because who's out checking their email every 10 minutes? I don't know. Not me. All right. I don't know, Made in the Shade, what I would do with that one right now. But let's look one of these other ones. I want to at least make one more card because I'm having fun. Keep cool. Hey there, hip cat. That's kind of just, you know, a card front on its own. I really like these, the big rainbows. Let's see. And I want to do something with at least one of these for right now. Shine bright, stay true. You got this. It's cool to be kind. Let's go with that. Forget cruel to be kind. Let's go with cool to be kind. And I like this one with that because I think that's really pretty. And maybe a little bit of this one with that. And I don't want black and I don't want white, so I'm going to look for some gray cardstock for this one. Yeah. In my prepared things, I actually had gray already. Yeah, that's really cute. And then we're going to need some gray to do some matting. So let me get this mat stack out of our way. All right, so here's my scrap box again. Let's look through here for some gray. Ooh, there's some gray to mat some things on this. That's the same color as the cardstock. So yeah, that will be good. Okay. Put that there. Okay, I really like this. So I'm going to let this be my background piece. So that means it needs to be 4 by 5 and a quarter. We'll put that one down. Yeah, exactly. The very 70s vibe. That's true. Oh, are you talking about this one? This rainbow with the roller skates? Super cute. Totally reminds me of the skating rink. The skating rink from the 70s. I was not good at roller skating, and I didn't go very often, but I definitely remember what it looked like in there. All right, so there we go. We got our card front. We've got our It's Cool to Be Kind, but I want to have some other things across here. And so looking at these circles and half circles, I'm like, that could be good. I could get my circle punch out and have some circles on here. Just grabbing my circle punches. Got a couple different sizes to choose from right now. I think I'll start with the big one. And I only want half circles, so. So I usually just kind of like to lay things out and see what I think of them before I actually glue them down. So that would be pretty. Maybe this one. And then I can fold it in half to get a good half circle. That's kind of fun. Kind of overlap that a little bit. It's cool to be kind. I think I need some more gray over on this side. We'll go for a slightly smaller circle. Whoop, popped that off. Yeah, I think that will be nice there. Do a little bit of this one. To go. Yeah, just kind of build up some fun layers here. Let's see. Alrighty, that looks good. Just trim it up from the back so you can see where your straight lines need to be. Aw, everybody hit the like. Thanks, everybody. That's so nice. I looked up like, oh, there are 6 likes and 6 people. Yeah, and if there are ever things that you're like, man, I want to know how somebody made that, or I want to watch her make this, just tell me. I'm usually up to make whatever, and if I've never made it before, I'll figure it out. Okay. I hate it when I get things even just a tiny bit off. It's like, no, got to reposition that one. Okay, there we go. It's good now. Some more pop dots on this one. Okay, this one's going to go here. And then put a little bit of that one flat. There we go. Okay. And then, oh, here's our It's Cool to Be Kind. I really, really like this. And so it's going to touch these two, but that means the rest of it's going to be a little too high. So I need to put some pop dots on those corners. So it's going to be here and here, and it's going to be down here by the K. Okay, so the parts that aren't are there and there, so I need a couple more. Just don't want anything to be wobbly. All right, that's that. Under the S, the K is going to touch. I need one here. All right, so we'll throw these off to the side. We'll put some adhesive where it's going to touch the other elements. angle foot on there. There we go. And then we must put some of these on there. I have this really sharp tool that I like to use for these things. And I thought it was in the bag with them, but apparently it's not. So I will use a needle. Okay, so let's just get a couple of these and put them around here randomly. Oh, that one's got hair. Where did that come from? All right, what do you think? Different colors, but all the circles. Canadian Broadcasting Corp. That's funny. All right. So we made this one. And this one. And our little journal. Thanks. I think that's super fun. I'm definitely going to take these take these papers to play with this weekend. But yeah, I think this is, you got this, and the roller skate for that card. Or even these, because these kind of look like records to me, like half records. Ooh, you know what would be cute with these is if we just cut it and used it as a border so that it would look like records. Let me get this lined up here. And yeah. So if I had a gray card and you put that along the side, that could look like some kind of records. And then if you used the cassette tape, oh, even kind of piling up the different elements would be kind of fun. I like the sayings kind of towards the middle of the card, though. Yeah. Huh, that's fun. Maybe another, let's see what I could put behind this. I don't like it on the gray. Let's choose one of these other pretties that we've already cut up. Oh, you can go with the blue ones. It doesn't really match this, though. Maybe the green. Try the green again. That's not green. Here's green. Okay, let's see. So I do the green. We put some records on the green. The You Got This and the camera. I feel like it needs something else right there. But what would I put there? Anyone ideas? I had a nap earlier and I had some caffeine, so I think I should be good for a little while anyway. The butterfly. I like the butterfly. And I like the can. I think this is just too much. Can't. It's like, okay, stop. That's too much. Shine Bright is really nice. This is my creative brain going now. Wait a minute. What's gonna look good here? Oh, you know, I also have these things that have words. And those that just have pretty sparkles. Hey there, hip cat. This one cracks me up. I don't know why I think my brother-in-law when I think this. Ray, if you're watching, this one might be for you. He's my age, but he's a much older soul. Maybe he's younger than me. I think he's younger than me. There are 6 of us, and my brother is the oldest, and he is married to the youngest in-law, and I am the youngest, and my husband is the oldest in-law. Now, not that that's saying a lot, because there's really not a lot of age difference between all of us, but it's just funny because one of my siblings pointed that out one day. I'm from a big family. All right, let's try this. Let's do this with some records. And I like this. I like that you got this. I feel like I want something on the background that's not too bold, not standing out too much, but a little something different. I wonder if I wonder if my punch is the right size for these. Let's see. Oh, that could work. I think that's a good size. And then it leaves a nice little blue border around it. There we go. So we could add some blue around here. Okay, I have another thought. I want these to look more like records. So what if I did two and I put them together? Yeah, that's right. That's what we want it to look like. Exactly. Shine bright like a diamond. That's what I'm thinking when I'm saying it too. So Just a Northern Girl, you're the one who sent me the link about the Mormon Stories podcast, right? The one that they took down and then they put back up about Steed. I believe that was you. I was trying to watch the Mormon Stories podcast about Sherry Frankie's book. But I love their stuff. It's just so long. It's like four, I think it was like a 4 hour. So like I'm gonna have to do this one in segments because it's a lot. Yeah, okay, I thought it was. So you're a Mormon Stories podcast watcher or listener too. How about you, K-Rad? Do you listen to and or watch Mormon Stories podcast? I have followed the FLDS stories from their very early days back in the early 2000s when they were still building the Yearning for Zion Ranch and stuff. I just was fascinated by that stuff. So Natalie started talking about it. I'm like, yay! New topic. Love this one. That's really pretty. That's really pretty with this one. I'm going to have to get a bigger sheet of it, though. Here's a bigger sheet of it. Oh, never seen it. Okay. It's on YouTube, and they cover all kinds of different Mormon stories. Sometimes they cover some other things, but their podcasts are so long. And seriously, they'll have like 4 hour ones, but they'll go, sometimes they'll even have 2 or 3 parts. I've seen some where it's like, this is part 3. And it's like, and they were all 3 and 4 hours each. I'm like, how does someone even talk that long? I don't even know. Okay, now I'm going to cut this one down. I think this is going to look pretty with these soft colors. Okay, and I want it to be 5 inches. I'm going to try to get my, oh, sorry, down a little too low here. There we go. Get that one done there. Put that back on the green. Yeah, that's nice. And then we're going to pop up this record right here, or this. So we've got the records here. We've got the tape here. I still want something down here, but I don't know. Oh, that's right. I had the blue circles. I forgot. Squirrel. Ben's cooking food and it smells so good. I'm like, oh, it's good today. He might have found something besides the chili because it doesn't smell like chili. Oh, yeah. The, Alyssa? Is her name? No, what's her name? I can see her. I know who you're talking about. The blonde hair and... Is it Alyssa? You have to help me on that one because, like I say, I can see her. I know who you're talking. Alicia Walls, the one that had to marry her cousin, her creepy cousin that she didn't want to marry. Well, who does? Who wants to marry their cousin? I said that like it was strange. Creepy cousin she didn't want to marry. Not that there was a less creepy cousin she did want to marry. Just cutting. You know, that is what K-Rad, that is what Joe Buchanan said, that she just wants a video. She likes the paper trimmer. I kind of like the sounds of these scissors too. If my house were ever quiet enough, I definitely would do some ASMR for crafting because the sounds are just so soothing. At least they are to me. I like hearing all the crafting supplies going around. So I will do that sometime. I'll do that sometime when the house is quiet. I'm trying to get my circle here without getting some other colors in it that I don't want. There we go. We'll put that one right there. I was watching a video the other day of someone coloring with markers, and they were like, squeak, 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 squeak. And I was like, wow, that's annoying. And then I watched it for another 10 minutes. I was like, oh, okay, maybe it's not that annoying. Fascinating. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Okay, there we go. We have built a pretty background. I chose peach colored because I've got all this peach in here that I really like. So I'm just going to put this one down flat. Which cutting do you like, K-Rad? Do you like the cutting with the trimmer or the cutting with scissors? Because I love to fussy cut, as we call it, with scissors. If Abraham was here, he would be scoffing at that. He hates cutting with scissors. So, I saw Simon Hurley's an ASMR short today of him. What was he doing? Yeah, I think he was just stamping because he was like ripping him off with the thing. My problem is I don't have a photo editor. Okay, I won't say that. Ben will say, yes, you do. I have a photo editor I don't know how to use, and so I'm not good at editing videos. So that's why I do lives, because I just have not taken the time to learn how to edit a video. But if I did, I would definitely do some ASMRs. But school starts Monday, so the likelihood of me learning that anytime very soon is zero. Is straight up zero. It's not happening. But that's okay. Trimmer. Okay, yeah, so it is the whoosh, whoosh of the big trimmers. It's a great sound. Now, my favorite sound, when I was in Nashville this weekend, it poured down rain the first night we were there. And it was 44 degrees, and this fancy Airbnb we stayed at had a second floor porch. I wouldn't even say it was a porch because it was more like an outside room all the way around. It was huge. But they had these porch swings that were beds. So like a full-size mattress on the porch swing. And I slept outside. I slept outside in the 44-degree weather. There's a pouring down rain. I have an allergy to burning wood. And so I knew no one was burning any wood because it was pouring down rain. And it was amazing. That was the best sleep ever. I loved it. And my friends are like, you're going to freeze to death. I'm like, I'm not going to freeze to death. It's 44 degrees. I have a huge warm blanket. And yeah, it was amazing. And then the next day, a stray dog came up on that same second story porch. How he got up there, I don't know. But he was up there. And I was like, oh my goodness, if I had woke up with that dog in my face, I would have freaked out so bad. Oh, I would have been terrified to wake up with this strange dog in my face. So that afternoon, he crawled up on the porch swing bed with the nice fluffy blanket I had out there. So yeah, I just let him have it. He did have a collar with a name on it, so we called their owners, and they're like, "We're at a football game. Just let him go. We only live 3 miles from there." So finally, after the football game, they did come and get him because he was not leaving. He was like, "I have found luxury, and I am not going anywhere." Yeah, I decided to stick the other skate on here because yeah, except, well, I guess on Saturday when he came on Saturday, he was soaking wet, so nice wet dog smell. The cooler night, yeah, I probably wouldn't have cared except that waking up with a strange dog. I've been like, nah. Okay. So that's good. I had to have something else. I just felt like, I feel like this is really busy, but I also feel like really busy kind of goes with this era. So I'm not going to fret about it being too busy. I am going to fret about it having 3 things or 2 things and not 3 things because I like 3 things. So I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to change it because if I do, then I'll start ripping things off. And it's okay. It's not my favorite. It's not the best I've ever made, but it's okay. So we're just, sometimes you just leave it at that. And sometimes I'll have a card like this and people will be like, "Oh, I love that card." I'll be like, "Oh, thank you." And in my head, I'm going, "Really? Really? You love that one? That was not my favorite." Oh, all right. Okay, so scoot all these things apart here. So we'll get all of the things that we made that were lovely. All the things that were lovely. Get the little white poppy dots off of everything because they do tend to gather up. And then the notebook that I have to figure out how to crunch the edges to. All right. Well, thank you for joining me. This was really fun. I needed some records, cassette, roller skate. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I was going for there. I don't know, I almost feel like if I had some music notes or something, but it's like, no, stop. Just don't add anything else. You're going to overdo it, and then it's going to be too much. It's going to be too much. But, yeah, so thank you for joining me. This was fun. I needed some time to unwind and think about like what I want to take this weekend to work on. I'm going to take some paper craft. I'm going to take some diamond art that I have. I got a really fun thing. It's like, it's acrylic. I was looking for it and I don't know where it's at in this room. And it came with a stand, so you stand it up and it's a tree with all these beautiful colors. And so it's the shiny diamonds. And yeah, so I'm interested in seeing how that looks when I finish it. And I've got some other things that I want to work on. I have crochet, but I probably won't crochet this weekend, but I'll take it just in case. And then I have studying to do because one of my subjects this semester is biblical Hebrew. So I have tons of vocabulary that I have to be memorizing. But that's okay because I love language. And I like to do it. All right, so there are all of the beautiful things for tonight. So everyone, thank you for joining me. It was so much fun. And I will be gone by the time Natalie goes live tomorrow. So I will not be in the chat this weekend. But I will see you on a Zoom on Saturday, just a northern girl. And I'll be back in the chat on Monday. So everyone have a great evening. Thanks again, and I will see you later. I have to get to the goodbye button. Goodbye.